How in the world do you destroy the Hamas terrorist organization while at the same time trying not to kill the people Hamas rules, Palestinians in Gaza, and the hostages Hamas is holding to be used as human shields? It's understandable why so many, including the UN, is urging Israel to think twice before it invades Gaza. So what's happening? It is so complicated and so heartbreaking. Eyewitness News reporter Jim Dolan with a deep dive into a brutal situation. Jim?
How do you avoid killing civilians, Bill? The answer may well be you can't. Israel urged Gaza residents today to leave the northern part of the Gaza Strip and head to the south, where Israel suggested they would be safe. Tonight, the Palestinian press office is reporting that 70 people who were making that journey to safety at Israel's urging were hit by an Israeli airstrike and killed. 200 were injured, civilians trying to escape the war. But as has happened to so many in Gaza and in Israel, the war found them. Israeli soldiers freed more than 200 people that day, but so many others were killed, and killed in so savage a manner. It has sparked what is certain to be a costly ground war designed to destroy Hamas and its infrastructure in Gaza. That, of course, has already begun with a relentless missile attack that has turned Gaza City into so many piles of rubble.
The situation is just unbelievable, catastrophic, and devastating for us.
This morning, Israel dropped leaflets telling residents they should leave their homes and move to the southern part of the Gaza Strip as Israel prepares for the ground war in the north. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is in Israel tonight to assess the military's need for weapons and equipment. He knows the war on terror and this chapter of it.
I was the guy that initially put the ISIS campaign together, and I know a lot about ISIS, and this is worse than what I saw with ISIS.
We'll now again show a brief video.
At a meeting to discuss the atrocities on Saturday, Israel showed pictures of some of the people, some of the children who were killed or are now hostages in Gaza, the faces of the innocent, caught up in a war they had no voice in.
We are going to destroy Hamas infrastructures, Hamas headquarters, Hamas military, and take this phenomena out of Gaza and out of thereof.
So, President Biden, what worries you about a potential Israeli ground invasion into Gaza?
Death, he said, is what worried him, and should a ground incursion come, and that seems certain now, there will be plenty of death. No word from Israel yet about those 70 people in Gaza killed in airstrikes today. We don't yet know who they were or if they were an intended target, but the death toll that has risen so sharply in the Middle East this bloody week shows no sign of leveling off. Bill?
This is not over by a long shot. Jim, thank you for that. By the way, David Muir continues our coverage of Israel at war and what's happening in Gaza. He anchors World News Tonight live from Israel after this newscast.
Now to the